This is why some people achieve things and you don't. Okay, everybody, let's talk. I'm the person who's never graduated from college. let's talk. First of all, my name is Liana Leroy. If you want to know what I'm doing, I'm a singer, songwriter, and a blogger. I don't really have many followers, and I'm an English teacher, by the way. Yeah, I know. You won't believe me because probably my vocabulary is not that right. Sometimes I can make mistakes and grammar kind of suffers, but I don't care because at least I don't sound like this.
Как дела,
You know, like in Russia they speak like this, so at least I'm making it better for Russians. I'm helping them sound a little bit better. So today we're talking about this, how to achieve something, because for me, as I haven't graduated, I still have work for 1 year in one of the best companies in Dubai. It was a Canadian company called Remax, and unfortunately we had a bad experience later, like because I got affected by one person. I got affected like negatively, and I have changed a lot. I allowed all of this to happen, and I allowed quitting the company. I allowed everything, so I take the responsibility. And first of all, what you should do about your life is to take your responsibility. No one is responsible for you. You're not a child anymore. So you should understand this. You should accept the fact that everything depends on you. So if I entered the company, one of the best companies, I should have understood that this is more important than any kind of relationship that I was in. And when I got affected, I should have quit the relationship, because this was the affection that I shouldn't have allowed to myself. But I did, and that was my mistake, and I realized it, thank God, pretty early, so that I left. And unfortunately I have already left the company, but back then I had already left the company. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the grammar on. Still, I've got so much experience, and I want to say this was without a diploma. This was without any degree. It was only because of the experience that I got from filming, from being a blogger for like 7 years now, and this was the achievement of my skills in filming. Because once, how did it happen? I was in Dubai at some red carpet event. It was like the award for, of course, real estate, because Dubai is like 99% is real estate. So I got to this event just by chance. Honestly, it was like by accident. Came to this event and I've met a person on the red carpet. I asked him, because I needed a job, I asked him like, hey, hello, how are you doing? My name is Liana. I'm like what I said, I'm a filmmaker and a SMM, like social media marketing manager. So in case if you need anyone for your company, because he had a magazine in Canada, as I remember, and that was the president of my company, and he said like, yeah, you can send me your CV. I sent him my CV, and then he told like, oh nice, you can come to an interview tomorrow. I said okay, so I came there, and you know what, everything that I've ever learned from my life, including English, including Italian, even Italian, because I impressed my boss with Italian. He said like, what do you know? I said I know some languages, like what, Turkish, Arabic, and Italian. And he said, what can you say in Italian? something like buongiorno. Probably. Mi piace pizza. Mi piace pepperoni. I'm just joking. Still, I got him impressed, and that was the skill that I've also created in myself. It was the communication skill, which is as much important as any others, because if you have the networking skill, communication skill, you own the world. Okay, and the second thing that you have to know, self-love, acceptance, and confidence. Confidence is the key. And if you see those videos on TikTok like saying confidence is the key, and you don't believe, this person has 1 million views just because he's confident, saying that confidence is the key. Because a confident person can be sure about whatever he's saying. A confident person is someone who is sure about everything he's doing. Even he's doing bullshit, he will be sure about it. So this is the key for people. This is why some people achieve things and you don't, because you don't have enough confidence sometimes. And some people, they are less smart than you. They have less knowledge than you, they have less experience than you, but they are more confident that this way they win. Even now, I can say about myself, I had less knowledge about social media marketing back then. I had no knowledge in real estate. Any knowledge about real estate, I rejected. I was like, I didn't come to Dubai to build a real estate career, okay? But eventually I had to, and thank God, the other skill that I needed was my openness, my open mind. Yeah, sorry. Your mentality is super important. Your open mind is super important. If you're ready to open your heart, because I was sincere with my boss, with the president, everyone. Never lie. Be yourself, be sincere, be honest, just tell everything. Like, they asked me, have you ever worked in real estate? Of course I could have said, like, yeah, of course I did in Russia. They would never check it, but I never said that. I said, honestly, I've never worked in that field, but I'm really open to start. I really want, and I really, like, I'm super excited to start working in your company, and that was true, okay? So this is one of the most important things you should remember. And the other one is open mind, right? Just be open to any opportunity and take the opportunities, because this is how you're gonna achieve things, okay? Open mind will lead you to your goals, to things that you love, to things that you want to have in your life. Keep being open to everything. Okay, they tell you, okay, do you want to go for this working trip? You say, yeah. If you feel like it's right to do by your heart, always listen to your heart. This is the last but not least tip that I will give you. Always listen to your heart. Your heart never lies. If your heart tells you to go somewhere, do it. If your heart, not your mind, your heart tells you to do, not to do something, don't do it. Because your mind obviously wants to be in control. It wants you to make sure everything's right. Your mind always wants to control something, and it shouldn't, because it knows everything. Believe me, you have the connection to your inner soul. You must find the connection. If you don't have it, if you feel like, okay, you can check it, by the way. You can check if you have the connection to your soul once you come to a cafe, any cafe, coffee shop, restaurant, shawarma shop, whatever, and you keep thinking, what shawarma should I have today? What cake should I have today? What wine should I try? Don't listen to this. Don't keep thinking. Don't let it go deeper. First thought that you had, like, maybe cheese shawarma, or maybe white wine, I don't know, I don't really know about wine, or this chocolate strawberry cake, I don't know, this was the right thing to do. Your heart always knows, and your first thought that you got in mind is always the right one, because this is your inner soul. It always knows the answers. It always knows, you know what I mean? And if I never ever listened to my heart before, I would not come to this point where I am a successful woman. I mean, really, in my career, I have like a really good income right now. I'm becoming more and more famous. We are growing, even not that much, but we are growing, and I am happy because I can, like, if I feel like, okay, today I want to go to Japan, with my Russian passport, it's gonna be hard, but I'm booking the flight. What happened with me in September 2024? Because Russia is obviously like at some point now where we just can't use some foreign services like Spotify, whatever. So I wanted a Spotify subscription again. So I found this like a Telegram bot which I could just pay for, and like it started everything working again. So I did it finally, and I listened to my heart, because honestly this was like overpriced. To be honest, this was overpriced because this is illegal. And I was like, shall I do that or not? My heart told me to do that. And I opened Spotify, I'm listening to some music, and then I see some information, because in Russian music platforms, they don't have this, but in Spotify they do, where you can see the events of the artist. For example, I have my profile on Spotify, by the way. Don't forget to listen to my songs. My name is Liana Leroy. I will put the link down in the description. So you can just go check it out. There's my song called Impossible, Liana Leroy Impossible. Try to listen. I would love to hear your opinion in comments or on Instagram. Just don't forget, every link will be there down there. TikTok also. So I was like, I opened and I saw that Ludovico Einaudi, if you know, an Italian composer and pianist, so that he was going to have a concert in Istanbul. And I love Turkey. I'm learning Turkish, so for all my Turkish subscribers, merhaba, nasılsın? I felt like, wow, this is a chance. I dreamt, like the same time last year, I dreamt right before my birthday, because my birthday is in May. I was like, I want to go to Istanbul on my birthday. It didn't happen, okay, because I was in some kind of situation where I just couldn't afford it. And there was like, there was no goal to go to Istanbul, just to visit it, okay. But this time, it's like God told me, this is your moment. It's like the universe told me and showed me, like, this is your moment. You just bought the subscription on Spotify. Through all these obstacles, you did it, and then you see this concert, like, event. It was on 12th of September 2024. And when I got this idea, it was around, like, the end of August. So I was like, maybe I should try it. But then my mind started creating things like, it's gonna be expensive, you should wait, you should put your money into something else, you should spend your money on something else, you should do this, do that. And I was like, well, my money, what about my money? I got the rent deposit back on my Dubai card, so I was like, I should probably go waste it there. So that's why I could afford, like, can you imagine? Everything happened like on time. And I got the money. I was like, let me go to Istanbul. And then it was through all the obstacles, okay? I want to speak with Russian accent, can I? So through all the obstacles, I really found, and even my voice goes down, voice range. So through all the obstacles, I really found the ticket. And because the website was in Turkish, in Turkish, I was like, what am I gonna do? I was translating it. I was trying to pay. There were problems with payment. Then I booked the flights, and then I booked the hotel, and the hotel actually also got fucked up. Once I came there, I was like, this is not even the hotel I booked. Even the name was changed, everything was changed. That was the worst hotel I've ever seen. But the same day I went to check with another hotel, because already I paid for it and I booked it. They didn't return me any money, and I went to another one, like in another area, where it was like a lot better. So I asked in one hotel, they said no rooms were available, and then I went to another one, and there was the owner of the hotel, and he told me, well, we don't have available rooms for 2, but we can give you the room for 6. Like, it's bigger and it's like premium room and whatever for the same price. I was like, wow. So everything is connected. Everything that you choose connects to another thing that's gonna come, connected to consequences. All the consequences are connected between each other, and everything you choose today will affect your future, and you should understand that a lot. So once I found the subscription, and I found out that the Bitcoin Out is playing in Istanbul, I booked the tickets, because I got something that came back from like a long past, so it all came back, and I bought the ticket, and I came, and the hotel was awful, and then I came to another hotel, and there was an amazing person which really made me believe in humanity again. And he took a taxi for us. He was trying to grab a taxi to get a taxi for like 10 minutes, because Taksim area in Istanbul at night, in the evening is awful because of the traffic. So it was impossible even for us to take a taxi. So the man helped us, and everything got lead to another thing, and then we were on time to the concert, and everything was amazing. And then we came back to our amazing hotel. This is what I mean. Everything you choose today affects your future, and you should understand and take responsibility for it. So once I went to this concert, I felt like this was the heaven. I was sitting there in Istanbul after everything that happened to me. I was like, wow. I'm living again. My energy is back. I was listening to this music, open air arena. My favorite music. What can be better? And imagine if I didn't choose to go there. Imagine if I listened to my brain instead of my heart. My brain was rationalizing. It was telling me not to go to Istanbul. But this was one of the best decisions in my life. and I never regretted a thing, even though there were obstacles. Obstacles are a part of life, but this is something you should do. Listen to your heart, do something that will make you happy, and listening to your heart will always make you happy, even though it might bring you some obstacles. Believe me, it will. But the obstacles are circumstances that you need sometimes to grow, to learn something new about yourself. And you can go and check my Instagram out or TikTok or whatever. You can see my old content. It was awful, believe me. It's not about changing your growing over time and changing the skills. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the energy. The appearance, even my face, even my body. I never had such a nice body and a face, because this is the state of mind. First of all, once I change my state of mind, everything has changed. I love you all, guys. Bye bye.